Game.
Wait, wrong fighting game. Except for
Every fighting game is that fighting game.
Mortal Kombat!
Yeah. Hi, everyone.
Hi!
In your head, lock the doors and close the blinds. Turn on your TV, turn off your mind.
I don't want to hear your shit.
I said, guys, I said hi, and then I'm looking at him, waiting for him to push the button, and he looks at me, he's like, oh, he goes to push the button, smashes it again, doesn't fucking get it going.
Because it's honest. I keep forgetting that these buttons are set to like a start and stop button. And if you let it run through, it stays on that stop button. So you actually have to hit it twice. And I keep on forgetting about that.
Yeah, there you go. Now, next time you do it, it'll be perfect.
Yeah. So,
all right, well, there we go. That's the episode. It's ruined now. Let's bye.
Bye. Thanks for coming again.
All right. So welcome back, everybody.
I'm fine.
Welcome for the first time. Welcome back. Welcome for the 8th time. Who cares? We are Soul of a Gamer.
Episode 49.
Yeah. I'm Scott Nell.
I'm Steve McGee.
And every week, come at you with a game. I'm pretty sure we didn't do any of this last week.
No, we didn't.
You know what? Fuck it.
We were out of practice. You know, we didn't do an episode for like 2 weeks. So.
Yeah. But today, we're coming at you with
Injustice.
And last week's game was
Forgotten City.
Yeah! And we really enjoyed that one. And I think we both really enjoyed this one.
Yes.
So we're just going to jump right into this with
What's on the box?
We are ill prepared for this part.
Very ill prepared.
Well, we don't have the box. We just complained that last week was a renewal, and now look at us.
Oh, man.
If I remember the box right, I remember really liking it because it's like Superman and Batman coming at each other, like wanting to punch. No, it's not. No, it is. There's a special box with that.
Yeah,
that's not the original box.
No, that's the original right there.
Let me see it. Yeah, the punch.
Yeah.
That punch was so fucking sweet. And then we got the special edition when we had it, and it was fucking sweet to look at. So, all right, well, we'll just start with what's on the box.
Yes.
Oh, wait, is he in the game?
Lobo?
Yeah.
He's a DLC character.
Okay, I bought all the DLC for like $3 or something.
Yeah, the DLC characters are Martian Manhunter, Satana, I think that's her name. Lobo, Batgirl, and
whoever the fuck that guy is with the goggles.
Maybe Ra's al Ghul?
I have no idea. No, he wouldn't have goggles like that. I don't know. Who cares? Yeah, I'll play that at some point because there was a whole like challenge mode too that I never got to. So go ahead.
What if our greatest heroes became our greatest threat?
It's already happened.
Oh, wait, we need music for this. What if our greatest heroes became our greatest threat? Experience an authentic DC Comics storyline created in collaboration between NetherRealm Studios, DC Entertainment, from writers Justin Curry and Jimmy Olmiotti.
Nice job. I was expecting him to be like collaborators with DC Entertainment, Elmo, Big Bird. Like, I don't know why I wanted him to go really ridiculous with those.
But yeah, it actually was worked with the creators of Mortal Kombat to make another DC game because they did the Mortal Kombat versus DC, and then that went really well. So then they made it just a full DC Mortal Kombat style game. A
little better than Mortal Kombat, I'd have to say.
I love it.
Yeah,
story-wise especially.
Yeah. All right, well, continue.
Robust DC Comics roster. Engage in epic matchups with a massive roster of DC comic heroes and villains. Uncontainable battles. Fight through multi-tiered fighting arenas by hurling opponents through buildings and launching them off cliffs. Master godlike powers. Unleash each character's unique superpowers and individual movesets and environmental interactions.
Did they just say superpowers? Batman hurls a car at someone. That's a special.
For a special, yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck is that super about that?
Well, that's one of the arguments that I have with people all the time, that none of the Bat family are superheroes.
Oh, I mean, so superhero is a term used to describe somebody in a mask who does heroic things, I think. Not really like a power.
He's a hero. He's not a superhero.
I would say he's a superhero. He's dealt with superhero level threats.
He's dealt with super level threats.
So I think that gives him enough credence for it. But what I will say is he's not super powered. So therefore, you can't say that every finisher.
He is in this game, though.
Oh, well, at the end he is, but his car isn't.
True.
He clicks his little clicker.
Because every
have his car drive into
every
you.
character in this game does become a superhero.
Yeah, because they have like endurance pills or whatever.
Yeah, they have the pills that make him the same strength and durability as Superman.
No.
Yeah.
No, they're not the same strength. They're a little lesser.
Well, they give him strength and
So
durability
Superman could
to
punch them
compete
without
with
having to
Superman.
punch a hole
Yes.
through their chest.
Yes.
So
It
yeah.
doesn't give the exact strength and durability of Superman, but it gives comparable.
less, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll move into the next segment, which is
Are we jamming?
Are we jamming?
I feel like it's decent.
Up and down.
Yeah.
I like the music. I like the background. I like the voice acting. Everything was pretty.
The voice acting was on par.
Yeah.
I like the voice acting.
Everything was pretty good in this. Some things were kind of. They didn't try that hard. Like Harley Quinn didn't sound like Harley Quinn.
Yeah, it was definitely a little
Joker
different.
didn't really sound like Joker to me. They really went a little lazy with the voice acting and getting people who probably were a little outside their realm.
I feel like it wasn't any of the actual actors.
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff
for
it,
sure.
but it was still like
They could have gotten a little closer, I think, with Harley Quinn
Yeah.
at the very least. That accent is just so.
yeah. When Harley didn't have as much of a part in this one either.
No, she did. She was a huge part. She was she was like the face of the fucking underground.
I mean, true.
Batman was the brains, and she was the one out there
That's
getting all the.
true.
She even put on a little special mask to make herself look like a bat toy.
That's true.
And Batman did play with her.
Oh, I bet
I
he
will
did.
tell you that right now.
He sleeps with a lot of half villains,
Yep.
anti-heroes.
So yeah, I mean, music-wise, there's nothing super special about this. It's just really like generic, big overture orchestras
Yeah.
and.
Which, I mean, it definitely is kind of... There's parts of it where the music's fantastic.
Yeah.
And there's parts where it just... You don't really notice.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. There's not much to it.
Yeah.
I actually did get the special edition with the full statue and everything when I first got this game because...
Just stop.
It's right there.
Just stop.
It's
Batman?
It's Batman and Wonder Woman's holding the invisibility jet, and she's about to throw it down on Batman's head.
Oh, nice.
Fucking sweet.
Yeah, okay. Okay, if you say so.
Back when I actually used to go...
When I used to pay
pre-orders.
$180 for a game.
It was $120.
All right. So, yeah, I mean, the music's pretty on point, I would say. I have no problems with the music. There's nothing special about it. Dialogue, same. I didn't really love anyone's dialogue, but I didn't hate it. It was all normal.
I liked certain people's dialogues. There was some really quippy, funny dialogues.
Yeah.
I saved some clips. Maybe I'll put them on our TikTok or something
Yeah,
later.
some of it was just lame. Some of the voices I didn't like. I didn't like Aquaman's voice. I just thought it was a bad voice actor. Diana's
I didn't
voice
think that
actor
was
wasn't
bad. Diana was
great.
good. I like Diana's.
I didn't like her voice actor that much.
I really liked... Superman's was good. I really liked... Arrow's was fantastic.
yeah,
Arrow
Green
was
Arrow
probably my
was
favorite.
exactly how I pictured him being.
Yeah.
So
He was probably actually my favorite. Him, Lex Luthor were probably my favorite two dialogue people.
Yeah.
And Deathstroke, he was also really good dialogue wise. Batman was pretty funny most of the time. Mm-hmm. Which I can't remember if it's Injustice 1 or Injustice 2, but in all of their clash sequences, I think it is in Injustice 2. In all the clash sequences in Injustice 2, everyone's like says something quippy, and he's just like, "I'm Batman.
oh, nice.
I'm Batman."
Yeah, so it's at the end of the fights that they do like a little quip,
Yeah.
and they're all bad. They're all fucking terrible. It's like, I'll ice you later.
Yeah.
Like they're all fucking terrible.
But I mean, that's kind
But
of
I think
what it was.
I think they did that
but
on
it was-
purpose. I don't think that was like a bad writing
Well,
thing.
and
but it
especially
was-
with certain characters like Green Arrow, that's what he does.
Yeah.
He's very Spider-Man-esque in that
Yeah.
kind of way where he is like, he knows how strong he is. He's the one who's like, he's weirdly like the one who holds the team together.
Yeah.
Like, as much as people say Batman does, Green Arrow does just as much.
Yeah. Green Arrow holds it together with comedy. Batman holds it together
With
with
seriousness and the planning.
with everything that's not comedy, I
Yeah.
would say.
Yeah.
That's the only thing he doesn't hold it together with. Even money. He holds it together with money because
Yep.
Oliver Queen doesn't give him shit.
Which I will always laugh that Oliver Queen and Bruce Wayne are exactly the same fucking characters,
Just one
written
head of
differently.
bow.
Yeah. They were both even trained by Ra's al Ghul.
One really likes green and one really likes black.
They're both billionaire philanthropists, both trained by Ra's al Ghul. Both of them had both their parents die. Both of them had a younger apprentice that they brought in that wore red and was just a red version of their...
Listen, people really like Robin. What can we do? Red Arrow. It's so fucking
I don't want it to be called Red Arrow anymore. All right, let's call it Arsenal.
No, I don't want to be called Red Arrow anymore. You're going to take Red Arrow. You're going to get fucking Blue
He
Arrow
does switch
next.
his name to Arsenal. at
That's
one point.
dumb.
Yeah.
Boo. All right, well, that's that. Let's get into the next segment, which is...
How does it play?
This is one thing I will say way better than Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
When we played the original one, at least.
Oh, yeah.
So this one, like, the abilities were easy to use. There's no point where I was like, I'm getting fucked, I'm getting fucked, I'm getting fucked, I'm getting fucked. Like,
Yeah.
Because there are points in fighting games where you're just so pissed off because you're like, oh, I've lost another fucking one.
Yeah.
And this one I'm like, oh, I lost, but I probably can make it up the next time.
Well, and that's how, a lot of times, like, I would get fucked by a character. Like, the first time I fought the Joker, he did that stupid triple crowbar hit and fling you across the map. He did it to me 4 times in a fucking row, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And then I just killed him perfectly the next time.
Yeah.
Like, it's a game where it's very, like, it can be challenging at times, but if you try it again, I guarantee you're gonna get either better or just beat him the next time. Like,
Yeah.
It's kind of random almost, seems like with the enemies. Like, they're either, like, they either get you good or you get them good.
Yeah.
It's not this whole, like, you just get stuck on one boss for, like, 50 minutes. It's more like, I think the most I ever tried on a level was, like, 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. It's very, like I said, the movements are very intuitive. It's very sleek. And one thing I don't like is how it's just walking across. I've always
Yeah.
hated that with fighting games, though. It just feels so slow, and then you boost, but if you boost, you don't always get a chance to hit on a boost. So
Yeah.
if you get hit, there's a good chance you can't parry, and it's
Well, and some
really
of the
annoying.
characters, like Batman using your grappling hook to go
Yeah.
further and stuff, that was kind of nice.
Yeah.
I gotta say, like, for me, I've always hated the slower characters in fighting games.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, having to play as Lex Luthor and having to play
Oh,
as
Lex Luthor was my favorite.
Lex Luthor's not bad.
He's got some of
My
the
least
coolest
favorite is
abilities.
Cyborg. I hated playing a Cyborg.
I didn't mind Cyborg. He's a very, like, in-your-face character. You've got to
Yeah.
be kind of close to get anything done with him.
I'm a person, I always...
Lots of grapples and shit.
Well, in a lot of the story modes for a lot of these fighting games, you do have to play as, like, multiple characters and stuff, but, like, I don't know. There's, like, I definitely struggled the most with Cyborg's
Yeah.
story.
I think
went
the
through
one
arrows the fastest.
Everyone I didn't have a trouble with. Diana was just the most annoying. Her character
Diana
sucks.
was annoying,
Yeah,
yeah.
her moveset was just bad, but
I
I think that
don't-
was just the way I was doing
I don't like it how as a stance shifter. Like, that was stupid.
Yeah.
How she was either sword or lasso.
But Lasso seemed way better.
It was way better.
Like, Lasso seemed like a much more... I think Sword did more damage, but Lasso had more viability in a
Yeah.
battle, so you could do short or long range.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
it
And
just worked
sword
out better
was
to use
only
it.
short range.
Yeah.
You could throw your shield, but you could throw your shield in either of... Or no,
Yeah.
you threw your tiara in the lasso.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, so you get a projectile throw no matter what. So,
Yeah.
yeah, there's really no point to go
So, and then
sword.
basically you got pretty basic movements. You can either walk, dash,
There's the light attack,
heavy attack, and then, like...
then directional attacks.
Yeah. Combo moves, obviously. Every fighting game has, like, combo moves of some
then it's
kind,
got
special abilities.
Each character has 8 special abilities.
Yeah, and then one ult.
One ultimate move.
Yeah, which I think you can change it up, because I was getting, like, levels, and I don't know what the levels mean, but I assume that means that you can buy more stuff.
The levels are for customization.
Yeah.
Once you go into, like, the Star Lab missions and stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah, so you can actually change up your movesets.
You can change up your looks and
Oh,
stuff.
I thought maybe movesets.
So you can do different armor pieces and stuff like
Gotcha.
that. Which I think I can't remember if it's Injustice 1 or Injustice 2, they actually have gear scores and stuff to the armor and stuff you put on. I think it's Injustice 2 when they did that.
When they did this game, they really should have made it like Xenoverse, Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse.
I didn't play Xenoverse.
So in Xenoverse, you can actually buy your movesets.
Oh, okay.
So you change up what movesets you want to use,
Interesting.
and you have like 6,000 ways to
wow.
do it or whatever. I think that would have been a cool thing in this one too.
That would have been cool, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
just to use those levels and maybe a currency that you get from playing the campaign and the Star Labs.
Yeah.
From just to buy movesets and stuff. That if you don't like Batman's batarang, which I never fucking used.
Oh, I use this battering all the fucking time.
But if you don't like that, you maybe switch it with an explosive batarang instead. Like stuff like that, I think would have been a good idea for this game.
No, for sure. And like the one person who had like the most options, I think, for that was Arrow.
Yeah.
He had the shock arrow, the freeze arrow, the regular arrows, and then the explosive arrows.
Yeah.
And I love that you could switch out your different arrows and stuff in your quiver. I was like, that's fucking sweet.
Yep.
Like, they did some of these characters so extremely well with the way they built them and the way they did their moves and stuff. Like, I was super amazed with that. I did like all the, like they were talking about in the box, the hitting people through the different maps.
Yeah. So you have transitional pieces in this where you can actually, if you do a special thing at the edge of a map, if there is another map on that side, you can hit them through and do extra damage and get a new little location in the map to fight in.
Which I think the first game to do that was either Dead or Alive or Mortal Kombat.
I'm sure it was Dead or Alive.
I think it was.
No, it might have been Soul Calibur.
No, Soul Calibur didn't really do that very much.
In the original one? Absolutely, yes. The one with Link, that might be Soul Calibur
That's
3.
4.
That's 3, I think.
Or it might be 3, because 4 was Yoda and Darth Vader.
No, that's 2. It was one between those.
Oh.
So Soul Calibur 2. Yeah, they had transitional pieces where you could actually go into a new part of the map on only a few of the maps.
And Dead or Alive had it on Dead or Alive 2 on a few of the maps.
So, and I'm sure
well.
those came out within like a year of each other, probably. Yeah, I remember Dead or Alive, the Bikini Edition or whatever.
I want to say it was Mortal Kombat Deception that had some too, where it wasn't transitioning to different rings. It was like you could hit them into something that would kill them on the outside of the ring or something. Like you would hit them into a saw blade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But yeah, so that it's not the first game to do it. It's not going to be the last one, but they did it well. I think that transitional piece was really fun.
I think my favorite one was in the Batcave when you knocked him down the first time.
Yeah.
And then you hit him into the elevator.
Yeah.
That one was just, especially if you were playing one of the characters that didn't have like powers or something, like you play as Batman, you throw him into the elevator and you're just like bashing him around, like punching him, throwing him against the walls in the elevator.
Yeah.
You see the walls like poof, poof.
Yeah, it's pretty good. My favorite one was the League of League of Justice, right? That's the
Hall of Justice?
Hall of Justice, yeah. Where you knock them into
The Giant Man.
the giants fighting in the background. I don't know who that. I think one is Adam.
I don't think that was Adam.
Black Adam? No.
Well, no, Adam usually wears a blue suit. He's kind of like Iron Man.
Oh.
And he can go small or big.
No, there was a different variant.
I think
of
it's
Adam.
Giant Man. I think that's what his name is actually called.
I don't know. I think it's a different variation of Adam. It's the old Adam.
It might have been
It's
Adam.
the original, like, 1950s one.
So that might have been Adam.
Yeah, it's the original Adam, not the new Adam.
Yeah, because Black Adam is Shazam's villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's in here, too, I think.
And that's Adam, and Atom is the one, the giant.
T versus D.
Yes.
So, yeah, transitional pieces were good. Movement was okay. Movesets were fun. Specials were amazing.
Specials were
I
fantastic.
think my favorite special out of all of them, I don't even know. Honestly, Doomsday. Doomsday is my favorite special. I didn't even play as Doomsday in here because I didn't play the verse mode.
Yeah.
But when I played it originally,
God.
he just fucking like shoves you through the fucking earth.
He's just pounding you to the Earth's core and then back.
Yeah, it's fucking sweet. It's so
legit.
funny.
It's ridiculous in every way. I love Green Arrows, even though it's really simple to his. Batman's is fun, but makes no sense in a lot of ways.
He hits you with the shock batons and then flips over his car as it hits you.
Yeah.
Because he hits his little beeper right before he hits you with the shock batons.
Which, the first time I think I did that was like on the space level, and I was like, where is this car coming from?
Yeah, where did this car come from? How did they fit this car inside Gotham Asylum or whatever the fuck it's called? Arkham?
Yeah, Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, how the hell did they get this car in here?
Let's see. I actually really enjoyed Lex Luthor's.
Which one was his? That was the satellite one.
He
right?
he had the satellite that he caught, and then
he smashed it
spirit
down.
bombs. Yeah. They reminded me of a lot of Spirit Bomb.
And that one was fun. I thought they did some great jobs with some of these finishers. In
I
this
did
game.
not like Wonder Woman's, especially bringing in other Amazonians for it.
Yeah,
like, why
that's
bring
kind
in-
of boring.
Yeah.
I think that would have changed if I used the sword one.
Yeah.
I was curious. I wanted to do it, but I never did. I only
I
used
think
the
it's
whip.
only just one. Though.
Is it only just one? It would make sense that it would change, but if it's only
It would
one,
be
they really
cool. I
missed
think
an
it is-
opportunity.
Yeah, I think they might have done that better and stuff in the second one.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, and Flashes, he runs around the world and punches
That
the
one's
guy.
fun.
That one's fun, but it doesn't make any sense.
The around the world punch.
Yeah, he would around the world and punch someone. That would knock their fucking head off. I don't care how durable you are.
Not if they're strong as Superman.
Even Superman.
No.
If Flash has the super strength because he's got that durability spill, I think he knocks someone's fucking head off.
I mean, you got a kind of a valid point.
Yeah. So just people, but maybe he doesn't take the pill because I don't think he needs to. Because
He was on the opposite team, so he did not take the pill.
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean?
He was on the bad guy team, so he did not take the pill.
No. Superman gave it to everyone. All the civilians had
Superman
it too.
did have it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
I
all
forgot,
of them
I
had
forgot
it.
Superman's team had it too.
Yeah,
so,
all of them had it, but I don't
did.
think the super ones took it because they didn't really need it. Like Diana wouldn't need it.
Yeah, Diana would.
I don't
need
think
it,
Flash
'cause
would
she's
need it
just
too
as
because he's
strong.
got some kind of really fast rejuvenation skills.
Oh yeah, his health
So-
regeneration's stupid fast.
Yeah, so I think like certain characters just don't need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the finishers were cool. Nothing about the gameplay was really bad. Some moves were just kind of boring to use.
Yeah.
They weren't great, but I mean, you're gonna get that with any fighting game.
Yeah,
there's gonna
some
be
of, like-
good characters and bad characters.
Yeah, like I didn't like some of the people's like grabs and
Yeah.
stuff. But like a lot of the time, like everything matched their character.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say that at least. I did like a lot of the movesets, and I liked it a lot better than a lot of other fighting games. Like character-wise, like this one had pretty solid character. Like I play as multiple different characters in this one. Like
Yeah.
Whereas when I play like Dead or Alive, I play 3 characters,
Yep.
and I do not differentiate from those 3 characters. When I
Yeah.
play Soul Calibur, I play 2 characters.
Play Link. That's it.
No, I play Killick and Cervantes.
No, you play Link and that's it. I love the chick with the fucking chain.
Ivy.
Yeah,
The
Ivy.
chainsword. Yeah.
She was fun. Anyway, so yeah, we'll go into the next segment, which is
It's story time. Let's get started.
Let's get into the best part of this fucking game by far.
yeah, but we won't go over the whole story of this one.
Yeah, we won't go over
We'll do an overview. Superman's a bad guy in a different universe.
I'll go over the beginning of it, and then we can.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so the beginning of the story. This is by far my favorite part
It starts
of this entire
out
thing.
1977 porno.
Yes. Boom, boom, boom. So the way the story starts out is Lex Luthor
You're
and
balls deep into this fucking chick.
Lex Luthor and Joker are double teaming Harley Quinn. They do the Eiffel Tower. They
And he's in his
accidentally
suit.
make eye contact, and Joker kills Lex Luthor.
And Lex Luthor is in his suit while he's doing this.
Yes. With this, he's not using his dick. He's using this super-powered, heavy, like, case dildo.
Hell yeah.
It's like got spins and whistles and lights up, and it's pretty intense. And it's about 4 inches girth-wise.
Yes.
I don't know how it fit into Harley, but you know
You
she's
make it.
crazy.
You make it.
She's a
You make
gymnast.
it.
You know she's flexible.
All right, real story.
So, real story. Lex Luthor teams up with the Joker
Mm-hmm.
and Scarecrow. Joker has this plan.
Scarecrow?
Yep. Joker has this plan.
Is that how he tricked?
Yes, Superman.
Interesting.
Yes.
When is that said?
It's said.
Is it in Star Labs? Because that's not said in the original story.
It is said in the original story.
No, he just said he poisons him.
Well, it's
It's implied maybe that it's Scarecrow
okay.
shit.
It's heavily implied. It's
I just figured
Scarecrow
maybe
shit.
Star Labs. Had it,
But I
'cause-
think he did say it when he was talking to Batman later on in the story, like way late in the story.
Maybe.
Like, because it doesn't even actually say that he teamed up with Lex at first until like probably 3/4 of the way through the
Yeah.
story.
Well, no. I mean, you figure it out because they're doing
Yeah.
the same thing in the other dimension,
True.
and he's the one who you gave him a nuke.
Yeah. So Joker gets a nuke from Lex Luthor, and he puts it underneath Metropolis. And he then ties the destination of the bomb with a device that he has in his hand, but also with the heart rate of Lois Lane.
Yeah.
And he kidnaps Lois Lane, and Lois Lane's pregnant at the time. And he gets Superman to come down after him, and as Superman lands, he sprays him with the fear toxin and makes Superman see Lois Lane as Doomsday. Mm-hmm. So Superman, thinking that Lois Lane is Doomsday, starts attacking her, kills her, blowing up the nuke, which kills over 1.2 million people and destroys almost all of Metropolis. Mm-hmm. Superman snaps. Batman captures the Joker right after that. Batman is interrogating the Joker, asking where he got the nuke, asking how he got the nuke from Lex, why he got the nuke from Lex, blah, blah, blah. Superman breaks open the walls of the interrogation room. Batman's like, no, stop, don't do it. He grabs the Joker, and it cuts to black, but he rips him in half.
For sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Well,
I think in the comics it actually shows him rip him in half.
I think what I remember was that he brought him into space.
No.
And this is what I remember. I don't know why I remember this, but I thought he brought him into space and let him suffocate and die in space.
That might be the comic book version.
That
I
might
can't
be.
remember.
I don't remember exactly where I heard that, but it was like, it's so gruesome because you take him all the way up to fucking outer space and just watch him completely disintegrate as a person because you freeze and you can't breathe and your blood boils and like it's insane.
But either way, whatever version of the story you're getting at, he fucking kills him. He snaps, he kills him, and he gets on his tyrant where I can't fucking trust anybody. I was the one who caused millions of people to die. We need to make sure crime doesn't happen again. I'm taking over the world.
I'm sure that he killed Lois with one punch.
Oh, 100%.
And I think that's why he made the durability pill, so he couldn't do that again.
Yeah, I think so too. Because he was so afraid of what he did. And he took all that on himself.
Yeah.
He took it as he killed 1.2 million people, Lois Lane, and his unborn son. And so he snaps. He creates a superhero regiment that's going to take over the world. I am in charge of the entire world. You either are on my side or I fucking kill you.
Yep.
And he kills Green Arrow. He kills a few of the other heroes. Green Arrow is the main one. Green Arrow is the first one to stand up against him.
Yeah, he's like, Superman, it's not your fault. And he punched a hole through his fucking chest. And Green Arrow's like, I guess I'm not that super.
Seriously. But, so yeah, that's how the story starts. And then Lex Luthor from that world is best friends with Superman. And he hates what Superman's doing. And he knows that Lois Lane would hate what he's doing. And so he calls on the Prime DC universe to come help him.
No, kind of.
Yeah.
That wasn't really the storyline. He goes and helps the Underground, and Batman comes up with an idea to defeat him, but he needs the
Green. Oh yeah, because he needs
all their DNA in order
Green
to defeat
Arrow,
him.
Diana, Arthur, and so Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Flash, and Green Arrow. He needs all four of them.
Yes.
Or not Flash. Flash wasn't one.
No, it was Aquaman,
Wonder Woman,
Green Arrow. Who was the last? Oh, Green Lantern.
Yes, it was Green Lantern.
Yes.
Yeah. So he needs all four of them to get his weapon that he was going to use.
By the way, Green Lantern, my least favorite fucking person.
Well, by far.
Because he fucking, like, I hate his floating.
Yeah.
On one side of it, for some reason, if I'm fighting against him, he always hits me, and I can't really hit him because he's got a vertical advantage. Or if I'm playing as him, I'm always fucking missing.
Green Arrow, Sinestro, and Raven can all go fucking suck a dick. Because they're flying and then being able to grab you from...
You mean Green Lantern?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Green Arrow... why did I keep saying Green Lantern?
Yes,
fucking...
Sinestro and Raven. They all have a floating ability, which is really fucking amazing.
And they all have grabs that they can do without touching you from afar.
Yep.
And it's bullshit. And when you fight them, they will exploit that shit.
Yeah. So Batman comes up with the idea to pull them from a different dimension, and Lex Luthor builds a machine for it.
Yes.
Which is because Lex Luthor realizes, that this whole idea is really bad. And it's not really serving villains as much as it is serving heroes, and only those particular heroes on his council.
Well, and when he's even killing his own heroes and stuff just because they talk back to him, he's like, okay, he needs to be stopped. Like, this is fucked. And so this is where we get a lot of the heroes a lot of the villains starting to work with some of the heroes.
Yeah. Deathstroke, who is really cool. They're in one universe, but not so cool in the other one.
Ultimate, by the way.
Yeah, his was fun. But yeah, we'll stop story there. Basically, the whole story turns out Superman from one universe comes and beats up a Superman from another universe.
Yeah.
Like, really, the story is kind of... It's good. It's not bad, but it's not great.
I love it.
It's very predictable.
It's based off of... So this is from the New 52 comics. So that's all their newer kind of suits and their newer kind of style and way more all tech oriented. And then this is a separate timeline called the Injustice Timeline,
Yeah.
where all this stuff happens, and they have a whole comic book series about it. They also just released a animated movie that came out at the end of last year, which, if you play the game and you love the story of the game,
I'm gonna hate the movie.
it just differs so much.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's some things they kept the same. Like, they actually showed, like, the same nuclear thing happen. They show Superman snapping. They show all that. But, like, they show Damian killing Dick as an accident and not he wanted to kill him.
Well, I mean, is that how it is in the comics? Because they don't really go into it
No,
being...
Damian was jealous of Dick. Dick was always Batman's son, basically. And he was always that way because... Batman didn't even know about Damian until he was like 12 years old.
Yeah.
Because he had
all of this billionaire fucking.
Yeah. Well, he had kids. So he had kids with.
He had about 27
Damian
kids.
Wayne is Talia al Ghul's son, so Ra's al Ghul's daughter.
Yeah.
And then he had daughter with Selena Kyle, Catwoman.
Yeah.
And she becomes the Huntress after the Huntress dies.
The new Huntress.
Yeah, she becomes the new Huntress after the old Huntress, which was a mob boss's daughter's person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who's also fucking Batman. You know what happened.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Everybody's fucking Batman. Cheetah's fucking
Probably.
Batman. Everybody's fucking Batman.
He did fuck Wonder Woman at some point.
Yeah, he's the best. He kills it. So yeah, I think my favorite part of the story in this is kind of like, I don't know. So some of the story was really just cheesy.
Some was cheesy,
Yeah.
some was just really forced, but some was
Yeah.
like, some parts were fucking
I
awesome.
would have liked some more explanation for some of the characters. I had no idea who they were. The Ice Girl, I have no idea who the fuck
Oh,
that
you don't
is.
know Killer Frost?
No.
So Caitlin Snow, she worked at Star Labs.
I'm gonna stop you there. Her last name is Snow?
Yeah.
DC is the fucking worst. They are the absolute worst. They are. I could just see once Clay.
Well, I mean, you have
Clayface,
Otto Octavius
I
being
know.
Dr. Octopus.
I know. But like, that's at least clever. Like, it's a clever
Yeah,
name.
that's
It's
true.
not fucking Snow.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it'd be like, what's his name? Clayface? That's one of the
Yeah.
bad guys, right? If his name was like Kevin Mudd. I just picture DC doing that, like, with everyone.
So yeah, Caitlin Snow,
Bruce Wayne Supersonic.
She worked at Star Labs with Barry Allen. She actually was on the team with the Flash that helped take out in the Flash series.
Yeah.
She's played by Danielle Panabaker.
So she's a Flash bad guy.
She's a Flash anti-villain.
Okay.
Or anti-hero, I should say.
Both.
So she's got split personality disorder. Her normal self is Caitlin Snow. She's a scientist who's an incredible scientist, one of the best in her field, works at Star Labs. When she flips and actually has her other personality takes over, she turns into Killer Frost. And Killer Frost, at one point in time, actually does...
Didn't really go out of that name, did you?
Killer Frost, she when she takes over, she just does what she does. She kills whoever she wants. She takes whatever she wants. She does whatever she wants. She's powerful. She knows it. She doesn't give a fuck. At one point, she kind of does what like Venom does, and she kind of is able to focus on both, or like with the Hulk, when they were able to work with both sides of them together. She becomes an anti-hero at that point, where she's like, she works with whoever she needs to progress.
My name is Caitlin Snow. Yeah, Killer Frost. How did you know that? Fucking, what a terrible name.
So
yeah, but I would have liked to give some of that backstory in the actual game.
Yeah, no, because like
some of those characters were very obscure. I mean,
I'm trying to think if there's any other ones.
like Sinestro, if you don't know Green Lantern's
Yeah.
comics, and if you didn't see that shit movie
True.
from 2012
God,
or whatever,
don't even fucking.
like you don't know who Sinestro is.
Mm-hmm.
So I really wish they would have dug a little bit deeper. Maybe put character bios in there or something.
I think they're, yeah, and I mean, like, I definitely agree they should have done more, especially for the people who haven't. But my assumption with almost everything DC, especially
It's
game-wise,
DC fans probably
they
playing
just strictly go with, you know these people, fucking deal with it or you don't.
Yeah.
It's not like Marvel where they have to give an origin story every time they show something.
Yeah, but I like that. The origin story is what makes a character a good
Yeah.
character for you. DC really just failed on that in this game. That's the
Yeah.
only thing I didn't really like about it.
Yeah.
So I just didn't know some of the characters. I'm like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Why is this person even in the game?
And luckily, I did know
Yeah.
most. I've watched most everything with DC, especially the animated movies. Which, if you guys haven't watched the animated DC movies, hands down, the best. Like, I don't know how Marvel kills it with their live action movies.
Yeah.
They're fucking phenomenal. Like almost all of them. DC live action movies suck dick. Besides Batman.
Yeah.
Wonder
That's
the
not
first
really
Wonder
even
Woman was
DC.
good. The first Wonder Woman was good.
Yeah. Second one was okay.
Second one was shit.
It wasn't terrible. It wasn't
it's,
great.
It's liar, liar.
Yeah. Really, that's
It's the
what it
story of
is.
liar, liar. But
They
in a
should have just
Wonder
had
Woman.
Jim Carrey in it.
Yeah. It's just bullshit. It was so dumb. It was so bad. Worst CG. But like DC animated movies, like, and I know a lot of people don't care about critic reviews, but
Yeah.
most of DC animated movies have 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
And they're all good.
And
It's
they're
because they're written.
phenomenal.
Well, they're not written by movie producers. They're written by the people who wrote the.
Well,
fucking
and they're not
comics.
written in a one universe. They're written in all these different universes,
Yeah.
so you get all
And
these
they don't
crazy
have to,
different
like-
stories, and none
like,
of them have
be
to
together.
connect.
Yeah.
Which honestly, I wish that DC would just do.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do well. Marvel's doing great with sticking with one universe
Yeah.
or pulling some universe that tie into one universe,
I
but
don't
it's
know what you're
all
talking about. That never
onto
happened.
one central universe. Whereas DC does so well being like, we have this universe, this does this, and this universe does this, and this universe does this, and this universe does this.
Yeah.
And it's phenomenal. Like, they had a movie, an anime movie, Batman Ninja. It was all Japanese style, Japanese
Yeah.
actors and actresses, and had every 90s anime trope you could ever think of. It had Voltron, it had Naruto, it had...
Naruto didn't come out in the 90s, per
Ish.
se.
Ish.
2001.
Ish.
Bro.
90s, naughties, whatever.
Whatever. It might have been 90. I don't fucking know. But
I don't remember.
yeah, so one thing that I really liked about this story, and that I wish they would have kind of enveloped on a little bit more, is that you're not necessarily fighting your same doppelganger.
Yeah.
It didn't happen in everybody's story like Batman. Well, I guess, so Batman fought Batman, Wonder
Yeah.
Woman fought Wonder Woman,
Yeah.
Cyborg fought, maybe you are fighting your own. Cyborg fought Cyborg, Superman fought Superman.
Green
Lex Luthor
Arrow
didn't-
fought Yellow Arrow.
No.
Or not Green Arrow. Green Lantern fought Yellow Lantern.
Yeah. But that was a little bit
And
different. See,
Sinestro, yeah.
and I'm okay with stuff like that, but I really wish they would have done a little bit more on this, where they like made it so like, I can't defeat him, he's me. Diana, take out Batman. Like, you know what I mean?
I almost thought they were gonna pull a fucking Naruto. We gotta be better than we were 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, see, and I
How do we
didn't-
fight ourselves?
Yeah,
we gotta be better than ourselves.
To me, it would have made more sense for them to be like, okay, well, let's switch. You
no,
take
and
him, you
seriously,
take
that,
this,
that
you
would have
take
been really
that.
cool if they did that, and I agree with that.
Oh yeah, and then the
completely.
other thing I loved about this was the fucking cutscenes.
Cutscenes were
killed
phenomenal.
it. Although the transition from the actual fight, so they try to transition at end of a fight into the next cutscene, and it's a very poor transition.
Yeah.
Because they're using two different graphic styles for both things. The
Yeah.
fight is different from the transitional scene. So what they really should have done is just had him do a quippy one-liner, have that be the end of the fight, and then have a cutscene come in. Like, that would have been much better in my opinion.
I agree with that, but I do gotta say the cutscenes in this are
Killed it.
phenomenal.
Yeah, killed it.
And honestly, like, if you don't feel like playing the game, there's YouTube videos of just every cutscene where it's basically put as a movie, and it's great. It's like, I think it's 4 hours.
Are there cutscenes in Star Labs? Probably not.
No,
I didn't think
it's
so.
all just extra shit.
That would have been cool.
It would be cool.
But yeah, not too much to the story for this. Superman
I
comes and
actually
saves the
really
day as per usual.
I really enjoyed the second one as well.
Nice. Well, we won't talk about that because we didn't fucking
I'm
play.
just telling people, if you like this one, play the second one too.
Playable characters in here. It's Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Arrow, and this is just like the vanilla characters, the original. Green Lantern. Was Sinestro a playable character, or is he just kind of in the game?
I think you can play as every character that showed up in the game.
In the verses.
Star Labs and
Okay,
in the verses.
Gotcha. So Sinestro, Flash,
Yep.
the Killer Frog, Caitlin Snow,
Raven.
Raven. Raven was weird because her character really didn't matter.
No, and it was bad. And it was a Raven that wanted to get Trigun out, which was... I was
Weird.
like, what? No.
And then Superman's also my god.
Yeah.
My fuck god.
Seriously, though.
But it was weird. Also, at one point, Cyborg goes like, she's dead with the rest of the Titans.
Yeah.
About Dick Grayson, he's dead with the rest of the Titans.
Yeah.
But then Raven's still alive. So I think Raven is in the Titans. That is canon.
Yes,
definitely
but
in the Titans.
she was in the Titans after Dick Grayson was in the Titans. So the Teen Titans TV show that everyone watched isn't the exact iteration where the Titans were. So the original Titans were like Cyborg, Starfire, and Dick Grayson's Robin.
Yeah, but this would have all happened around this time.
I know,
right?
but in all the DC universes that they keep on playing by, they don't go by that cartoon at all.
Well, Beast Boy was in the Titans too.
Yes, after.
No, he was in during. Because then he becomes the leader after. He
So
leaves for a long time. This is one thing I do know. Beast Boy was an original Titan member. He leaves for a long time because he's kind of over being a superhero. Then he comes back, and the new Titans are there, and they vote him to be the leader.
well, in one story, yes, but
Yeah.
not this one.
Well, not this one, but in the
That's
original.
what I'm talking about. I'm talking about in this one. The original are just like
those three?
those three, and maybe one or two others.
Okay.
And then after that, Starfire becomes the leader of the Titans, and Dick Grayson becomes Nightwing, goes out on his own.
And then gets killed by Damian.
Damian Wayne comes in
fucks
and
his
becomes
skull.
the new Robin after Red Hood was killed, actually. And then
Damian fucks Starfire. Remember that? They're
no,
about 10 years different.
Nightwing and Starfire are fucking all the time.
No.
And then
it's Damian.
the new Teen Titans and a lot of the DC Universe stuff that they've been doing recently has been so Starfire is the leader. It's Blue Beetle. It's Damian Wayne's Robin. It's Raven. It's Beast Boy, and it's someone else. What's the other one? I can't think of who the other one was, but it's those five with Starfire being their leader, and Nightwing helped them out every once in a while.
It's probably a teleporter whose name is Josh Portal.
No, it's the hero Justin. Time.
Fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous.
But yeah, so DC's always fucking crazy, and you can never tell what universe
Yeah.
you're in and stuff, which is where it kind of falters. But if
And
you just
everyone's
enjoy the
super
story,
duper strong, a little too strong.
yes.
Everyone can move a sun.
DC is way overpowered, and as much as I want to say that Marvel beats DC hands down, most of the time DC
Story-wise, I think Marvel does better.
Marvel does better
I think
story-wise
they've got better
and more
writers.
relatable characters
Yeah.
and stuff, but DC, like, it's called Injustice Gods Among Us. This is exactly what DC is. They're fucking all gods,
Yep.
basically. They're all Thor level.
Diana's literally a god.
Yeah, Diana's...
Quite literally.
Well, she's a demigod.
She's
She was...
Guess what that makes her?
She was
still a fucking
I guess
god.
she's not even a demigod. She was created by Zeus.
To be a god with all his powers.
I guess, yeah.
So she's a god.
She's a god. Okay.
She's up there getting worshipped by all men who want to fuck her.
Yeah.
Okay, and all women who want to fuck her.
Most people do want to fuck her.
Most people.
very
Most people.
fuckable.
So yeah, that was the game. That was about the story. At the end of the game, Superman just beats Superman. This is the most lackluster ending ever.
Well, and it kind of alludes to
Another one, yeah. But I mean, this is just the most fucking like pseudo bullshit ending that you could have put in this
Yeah,
game, where Superman is the
kinda-
big hero because he defeats Superman.
Yeah.
I just hate that. I wish they would
Well,
have made
and
Bruce
I almost
Wayne.
wish they would have done what Superman was saying, like, because he's like, when bad Superman was fighting good Superman, he was like, I'm gonna fucking, after I beat you all and take over this world, I'm
fuck
gonna go to
your
your
Lois."
world and I'm gonna go get your Lois and she's gonna love me. And he's like, no, Lois is gonna fucking hate you.
I really wish she would have been like, I'm gonna fuck your Lois. So keep your dick away from my Lois.
Well, I almost wish that they would have brought Lois in.
Yeah.
And Lois actually showed how disgusted she was with him and have him break.
I
Like,
think that would have broke his mind to the point
oh,
where he would have killed everyone.
completely. But that would have been interesting.
You know, he should have won too.
The bad Superman?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's uncapped.
Unrestricted, yeah. So, but it shows
But
that
also,
he still had some restriction.
I think that
He wanted
good
to
Superman
lose.
would have gone full force on him because he knows how much he can take.
Yeah.
So,
And I think also that Superman wasn't actually full bad.
well, yeah.
I think he still was restricted
Yeah.
in some way, shape, or form.
Well, and the thing that I felt was dumb about it is you're going to have Superman fight how many people before fighting other Superman? His fight right before other Superman is Doomsday. You're gonna have him fight Doomsday, and then
Yeah, this must be in a universe where Doomsday is not as powerful. Like that's the only way this works out, because Doomsday is just as powerful as him. And
if so, like, I hate that in a lot of like animes and different fighting games and shit. Like, if you're having one person that's like, he's our trump card, he needs to fight the last person.
yeah,
That's the only person he should fight.
yeah.
You should not have him get
I
tired.
agree. It should have
fighting
probably been a
beforehand.
3-tier battle or something.
Yeah.
You have to fight him 3 separate times
Yeah.
at 3 separate power levels or something. But they didn't do that, so
No, I know.
they wanted to get as many characters as they could into the fight.
Yes.
So you could.
And they had to get Doomsday in, but the only person who could really fight Doomsday is Superman.
Yeah. But what about Batman?
He can't fight
You fucking
Fuck you.
non-believer. He's a superhero.
Oh, he's not. Even with the durability pills, Doomsday would fucking murder. Like, Superman doesn't even kill Doomsday anymore, because you can't kill Doomsday. There's impossible
Do
to
you
kill
remember
Doomsday.
I don't remember if it's the Justice League. I think it is in an alternate universe where he lobotomizes Doomsday.
Oh, I don't
You
know.
remember
if I know
that?
that
I
one.
think that was the Justice League TV show.
Unlimited, maybe?
Yeah, maybe Unlimited, where he finds Doomsday and he's pretty pissed at Doomsday for doing something. So he laser eyes through his skull
Oh,
and he lobotomizes him.
interesting.
And then eventually because he's got the healing factor, it grows back. So he has to lobotomize him every couple months or something.
Jeez.
It's pretty fucked.
Oh, yeah, Solomon Grundy was another character we forgot.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He was kind of lame.
Yeah,
He's not a cool character.
he's a zombie.
Yeah, he's a zombie guy.
He's always lame and everything.
I was hoping someone after they beat him, they would go, "Ugh, that's you." That would have been pretty funny. He was a cool character, though. I liked his moveset.
Yeah,
So,
he's definitely interesting. I love all the different, like, grave hands and stuff like that.
yeah. All right, so we ready to move on to...
Worth, or nah.
You know, I'm not really a fighting game person. I don't really like them all that much because they're just frustrating a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But this one's not. This is a very fun game, actually. I had a lot of fun playing this one. So I'm going
Yeah.
to go with Worth.
I definitely, I do enjoy fighting games. I definitely get the frustration part of it. It happens with every single fighting game, though.
Yeah.
As far as fighting is a story, this is top
Kills
tier
it.
for me.
Yeah.
This story beats out.
Oh, and difficulty. It's not that difficult.
No, it's really not.
It's really just an average
Especially
fucking
for
difficulty.
someone who, especially from the creators of Mortal Kombat,
Yeah.
who are known to have last bosses that are just bullshit.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
But, I mean, this one, I didn't think they wouldn't want to bring that Mortal Kombat aspect
and
because
they
they don't
really
want to
didn't.
compete with
Yeah.
themselves, you know?
Yeah.
So they did a great job. This game
And-
was fun.
I'm really excited for the Marvel game that Ed Boon's gonna do. I don't know if you've seen that.
Have not.
I think there's been maybe one trailer for it. But Marvel's getting their own fighting game, which
Interesting.
they haven't had a fighting game since I think it was probably either like it was right before around 2010 era. I can't remember exactly. Or it might have been even a little sooner than that, like maybe 2005. It was called Marvel's Rise of the Imperfects,
Interesting.
and that's actually one I think.
Well, I mean,
I'm
they've
gonna-
had a couple fighting games. They had the...
Well, they had the Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, Marvel, which used to be one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
But it's weird.
Um,
Capcom's format for games with a 3-tier fighter or whatever.
Yeah.
It's kind of frustrating.
Yeah, I didn't like a lot of it's definitely interesting. It's a good arcade game, but it's not a good like story game.
No, it's
Marvel Rise of the Imperfects was actually 3D battle arenas where you could actually like go fully around. It wasn't 2D side scrolling.
So they copied Dragon Ball Z Budokai.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good to know.
And it was probably around that time actually.
Probably. That's when it was popular.
But they had their heroes getting taken over by some force or whatever that was
A virus!
turning them against each other, and
They
it was
had to
really
wear
cool.
masks for 2 years.
And they had like Spider-Man and Elektra and the Thing and Winx and a bunch of other characters and stuff in it. And that was a really cool one.
All right, well, hopefully the new one is good too. Then I don't know.
But yeah, I'm hoping for it. Injustice 2 brings in a lot of the other like really good villains. They bring in Brainiac. They bring in Gorilla Grodd.
Oh, nice Brainiac.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
They bring in Zod.
They're all
bring
in there. In Injustice 1, they're just in the background.
Yes.
I loved it. There was a point where I'm fighting Doomsday, and Doomsday is in the fucking background
Yeah.
too. It's a different Doomsday,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what is going on here?
I was like, that just don't make sense.
Yeah. But they had
yeah.
Brainiac's little cell, the little chip in the background, and then they had I think they had Zod mentioned in the background. His name was written
Probably.
somewhere.
But yeah, they do a lot of really cool things in that one. But yeah, story mode wise, like I really think the story's worth it. I love the way that the story is. The movie is still kind of worth the watch, but it's different. So you have to go into it knowing it's a separate Injustice storyline. It's not the Injustice storyline.
Yeah.
But it was still a decent movie.
All right. Well, what's next week's game, Steven?
Oh, we are getting into our episode number 50, which we are doing our first hentai game.
Hentai game, not Subverse.
Mirror.
Subverse is coming. They're almost done with it, I think.
I think so.
So we're gonna end up
Which
playing
that
at
one
some
I'm way
point.
more excited
Yeah,
for.
that one was way more fun. Yes, Mirror is gonna be our next game. It's a hentai fucking Candy Crush game.
Yep.
That's pretty much what it is. So
Yep.
we'll talk about that. That episode more than likely is gonna be very short, but
Probably.
we'll see. We'll see
But
how
we
much
might
we
do
get
something
into it.
fun
Yeah.
for that episode too, because it is number 50. So
Well, 50 doesn't matter.
it matters.
100 matters. 100.